Do we even need to address this Berkeley shit?
No, I mean,
I thought it was just social signaling by white swipples.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it always is?
It was the liberation of Whole Foods.
the solution is Kent State.
All right, wait.
It always comes down to social signaling. It doesn't matter if they let Blackie off the chain to go piss on the toll,
I
whatever.
don't understand why Berkeley is doing this when they don't even have a Dindu population. Or
I think they do because of affirmative action. They have to let a certain number of them in, even though it's prestigious school. Because I saw the pictures, and while it was definitely mostly upper class Swipple whites, there was a few dark faces in there.
Okay, here's what I understand. Why does protesting there affect policy several states away?
Why does protesting there affect anything? It's one of the richest places in the entire world.
Yeah, how does that work?
I mean, given that it's one of the richest places in the United States, by extension, that equals the entire planet.
Yeah, I mean...
these are some of the wealthiest, most well-off, comfortable, well-fed people in the world bitching about capitalism and oppression. It's the whole thing is just so fucking absurd. The only thing you can do is laugh.
Yeah, policymakers in Missouri are going to watch this kind of display and be like, "Oh, we should probably change our laws, man. This is bad."
As if anyone's gonna ever look at this as anything but a bunch of spoiled fucking.
Or they're just very intelligent neo-reactionaries who are reacting to life now being too easy.
What was the one?
If you actually believe that, fucking do things. Go do things outside.
Go climb things.
Did someone make that? Was someone making that argument? Because that's I've never heard that.
Yeah, I've seen that frequently. Actually, I'm surprised you haven't. When people are basically, I'm reaction because life has become too easy. That's because your life's easy and you're unemployed, living in your mom's basement.
I've seen
I've seen that argument. I've never seen them justify social justice taking down a Walmart because of it.
Was there ever
not any Walmart, a Whole Foods?
Was there ever a protest in any sort of recent memory? Is there a protest that actually changed anything? One of the people that I work for is an old '60s hippie, and he likes to claim that they changed the world with their anti-Vietnam crap, and it's just kind of old man, thanks. But I mean,
change it for the worse. But
arguably they
you might have changed it. Yeah, you might have.
What was that one photo? I think it may have appeared on the blog, and they were doing a die-in, but it was inside of a building because it was too cold to die-in outside.
Wellesley and
it's it's too cold to do this outside, and then we'll get hypothermia. We were doing it inside.
Let me cuddle with my roommate.
But did anyone give a shit?
It was in the president's office, and she basically said, "Oh, look at the courage of the." And it's so when the person you're protesting welcomes your protest, at that point, you're just basically, it's the same as basically putting an apple on the teacher's desk. They're basically just showing what good little progressives they are.
I believe it's called preaching to the choir. I mean, come on.
Can we lay here?
I thought it was funny. They
I'm
were
really
laying,
upset at things. I need to lay down.
Can we lay down in order to protest systemic racism?
They were laying down inside.
I've taught you well.
In a climate-controlled area.
Here, kids, lay down.
Earlier, when Bulbasaur, you wrote an article about the die-ins, basically how it's status signaling at no cost. And I just realized, I don't know how I forgot about it, but does anyone else remember the I will not stand for it campaign?
Yes, yes. We had an article on that years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that's basically it on a more articulate, you can really look at it and you can really see, I will sit on my ass.
Well, I mean, think about it. What is Wellesley? What is the most prestigious alumni or whatever of Wellesley is Hillary Clinton. The most useful thing that they turn out are people that are only good for doing things when they're on their back. Oh, that's it.
I mean, I'm just glad they did do it outside. I mean, if they'd done it outside, they might have gotten hypothermia. Someone may have gotten a cold or something. You never know.
Yeah.
I got a sniffle protesting.
Yeah, I mean, that really rustled me. I was like, okay, so you're inside where it's climate controlled because it's too uncomfortable to do this outside.
I have someplace more comfortable they all could lay down. Anyway.
I'm so glad you've got that.
Wellesley is one of those places that's just perpetually dildos. I remember there was an article I saw this week in the New York Times about the complicated relationship that Wellesley alums that have become men have. The trans men students have because they're not women anymore. So I don't even, that's enough. It's enough on Wellesley, but I fucking died when I saw that headline. And then of course they have these three really odd looking human beings as examples of this.
Yeah, I think you're using human pretty loosely there, buddy.
Yeah.